His countrymen didn't want him to have it either. It wasn't so long since that Graeme wouldn't have been able to inherit the home at all as a Catholic. The law might have changed, but the animus that had prompted the riots and protests following the Act's passage was still alive and well in the hearts of many Scots. Catholics, the dwindling few that remained, were not welcome here in the Lowlands. Uncle David had teased and cajoled Graeme many times during his childhood, urging him to be baptised into the kirk and become a proper Scot, so that he could leave him Pitcairnley. He had no children or wife of his own, and he had a special liking for Graeme, his oldest nephew. For most of his life, Graeme had secretly dreamed of being the master of Pitcairnley, and the Papist Act passed when Graeme was just 12 had provided a way for him to inherit. His dream had finally been within reach. Too much had changed for Graeme since then, though, and in such a short time. He sighed and swung down from the horse. The door to Pitcairnley opened, and Graeme recognised the servant who appeared as a butler. "Dr. MacNeill," the butler said, his eyes running up and down Graeme evaluatively. Graeme frowned slightly at the form of address. They would discuss the matter with him later, though. He didn't want to start off his relationship with the man in a negative way. "Good day." "Welcome to Pitcairnley, sir," the man continued. "I am Strang, the butler." "Aye," Graeme said. "I remember." He smiled. "I didn't wish to presume you would. Do come in." Another servant appeared in the doorway, even as a third hurried up from the side of the house, taking the reins from Graeme. "Good day, Dr. MacNeill," said the first. "I'll take your hat and coat, sir." Graeme shrugged out of his wool coat as he stepped inside, and the comforting warmth of Pitcairnley surrounded him. Better not to accustom himself to it. He wouldn't be here to enjoy it for long. "Having been expecting your arrival, I took the liberty of asking that a tray of food be prepared for you, sir," said Strang. "Will you take the tray in the dining room?" "Aye, thank you." Graeme was led to the dining room, where a fire crackled in the grate, and he was shown to a comfortable chair in front of a tray of cold meats and ale. He'd been to Pitcairnley once, just for 2 nights, during a respite from his studies in Glasgow. Uncle David had wanted to show him the home he might someday inherit. Strang lingered, looking at Graeme with some hesitancy. "I didn't mean to trouble you so soon after your arrival, sir, but I wanted to arrange for the hiring of any servants you might wish to take on. A valet, perhaps." Graeme couldn't help a small smile at the picture of being dressed by a valet. "Thank ye, but that will nae be necessary. I only intended to stay long enough to put things in order for the sale." The butler's eyes grew wide. "The sale?" "Aye." Graeme watched him carefully. Had Uncle David really thought he would keep the house? He must have known better than that, surely. At his father's funeral 2 years ago, Graeme had made it clear to Uncle David that he didn't want Pitcairnley, and he certainly hadn't thought Uncle David would outlive Graeme's father by naught but a year. "I assure you," continued Graeme, "I'm very willing to provide you with references, and I will not be troubling you for much while I'm here, but I will need someone to help me with the papers and such, to ensure 'tis all in order for whoever purchases the estate." Strang hurried to nod. "I will send a message to the steward, Mr. Aitchison." A frown descended upon Graeme's brow as the butler left him to his food. The house wasn't above 20 years old. There was no need to feel guilt for selling it. He certainly didn't need it, nor all the servants that came with it. He might lease it out, of course, but that was just one more connection he neither needed nor wanted.